Hey guys, what's up? It's Slickshot Games here, and welcome to yet again another map review. Today we're going to be looking at the map DE Trailer Park by OrnateBaboon and Skybex. I saw it in the workshop, and it looked very interesting, and I actually was testing it out with somebody yesterday, and yeah, it seems like it could be a very, very fun map. So without further ado, let's get this started. One thing must be noted before I begin, though, that the A site and the B site on the map are displayed differently than in the game. So A is B and B is A. They mixed that up. I'm sure that'll be fixed in the next update for the workshop item. So if you go to the left, you'd be going to A, and if you go to the right, you'd be going to B. You could also go B through this area, which would be mid. So I'll just start off with mid. I mean, I don't know if this is considered mid, but it's a large L shaped. Once you get the hang of it, it is a very it's a pretty easy map to pick up. It can seem very overwhelming at first, but I'd consider this whole area probably mid, where this L and the CTs will be able to be looking at you from that angle. And I feel like just like Dust 2, ops are just going to be so important in this map. There's so much lanes. And so simplest route, I mean, you'll have to deal with that, but you go straight down here, and here's B. This is the B site right here. I do feel in the wood areas where you can plant. So you can plant anywhere here, here, and even over here. I suggest that just to make it a little less awkward, maybe that they should extend it out to the corners. Maybe that corner so somebody can plant back here a little more. I mean, that could just be a suggestion. But yeah, anywhere can be planted here. I don't know how limited it is, you could say. So the CTs will be kind of looking at it from different angles, but you can also jump over here as well. Maybe head glitching, what I would consider mid. So you could head glitch this area, kind of get a higher up position for people entering this. These windows are actually wall bangable. As you can see, they were shot over here, but you could shoot through. I believe all these walls are so thin that they can be shot through, which is such a cool dynamic to this map. I mean, I was playing with somebody yesterday, and right here, I just got dinked down to 27. So I don't know if that's a problem or if it's cool. I don't know, either one. But yeah, so the thin walls in I think practically every single indoor environment are wall bangable. I'm going to be showing you now the alternate route. So we're back here heading out of T-spawn. So you could take a direct right now to get to B through this way, where you head upstairs and you'll be where I showed earlier. Or you can take this lower section right here and go to get an alternate, like a double pronged attack. So this could be considered, this is clearly underpass or underground or whatever. This is the underground portion. You could take directly down here as well to connect into this underground area. So you head up these stairs, head into this. I must note, I do love the theme of the map. These kind of like these toys on the ground, like somebody had been living here. Maybe they could put something else, not make it seem as open, because it could be deceiving, as you feel like you can just jump this. In reality, you cannot. But overall, I mean, that's a small concern. Overall, it is a very cool theme. So you just go through here, and here would be the second way to get to B here. So the CTs would, you know, have to look at both areas to really defend this site properly. Now, in terms of post plants, after you planted the bomb, this would be like both. I noticed that both A and B site have a quad style box where it's pretty safe, relatively safe to hide behind. This would be comparable to that. The C2 would come over there, maybe a flank, and maybe mid as well. So, and this would also be where they could come through. But overall, I mean, maybe add another box here or something. Maybe widen it out. It does feel pretty closely knit, these two huge structures here. I don't know what other changes could be made to really make it feel less limited as far as post plants, because it is a relatively small site. So I mean, there's this corner as well. It's a one and done angle, unfortunately. So I guess in terms of just hiding, I guess there's many one and done angles. The strongest position I would feel would be there, or potentially in here would be a very, very safe spot, and stuff like that. I mean, and in there too, working with where you came from is one of the ways you can really successfully cover the bomb site. Now let's hit A. Similarly to B, if you go down this route, you could take a left up on these. You could jump on here or go around. Best way obviously would go here, not to be vulnerable, and enter this. This is where you could hit A. Over there's how you hit A. Similarly, if you walk out of T-spawn, which is there, and take a left, you could hit this house, and similarly hit A. The CTs, as I mentioned earlier, can be peeking there. So areas like this, you can head glitch this in a way, or not really head glitch. Yeah, you can head glitch this by peeking out here. And smoking that will be pretty essential, I feel, when crossing to A, because this is relatively vulnerable. Nowhere to hide. You're just out in the open jumping. So that's definitely something to note. If you go through here, this is pretty interesting. This A route will lead you to this vent in which you break it, and boom, you're out. There's the A site. This is the alternate route. If you came this way out of T spawn, I really like this area too as well. The pool with the beach ball and the bathrooms there, and more just trailer and RV vehicles. Really cool. So yeah, so this vent here. So I think it's an interesting dynamic. Maybe having a bigger vent. I mean, small vents would make sense though in this certain situation. So I can't really fault them for that. But you just break the vent and you come out here, and you fall. So then let's go straight to the B site. Similar to A, you have this small zone here, cut up by various lines to tell you where you can or cannot plant. This one's much larger than the A site. So I'm sorry, this is the A site. I was deceiving myself with the bomb thing. This is the A site. So it's much bigger than the B site. You can plant all over these areas. And this is what I was talking about earlier, the quad-esque positioning. This is a very, very safe position. You can practically stand behind here and cover very limited things. You don't have to peek too far. And this corner as well. So I really like the post-plant positions in the A site. A little bit more than the B site, although both do have their strong points. This is another room, very similar to kind of like Toxic from Nuke. It's a small room with not much, no doors, no windows, no boxes of room. You could kind of just hide in and wait for the plant. You could also hide under here. I feel like this could use some tweaking, this area. Maybe replace the ladder with some stairs. I do understand that they're going for more of a kind of like a under palace type of deal like you see on Mirage. So I do like that, and they could be in this corner and kind of be like really annoying if you're CT holding or a T. So when you spawn on the CT side, you could take a left to the B site, or take either of these routes to head into A. This area over here, it's interesting. I'm not sure, it's a bit awkward, I'm not gonna lie. I like the idea of it. And once again, you see that bed there, it's kind of nice theming. But I like the idea, but it's kind of awkward. Like, just none of these doors are openable. The sole purpose of this is to be behind the windows. So it's actually a very secure spot if you're holding as a CT, or if as a T you can get around here. You could practically just plant the bomb there and just hide behind it. Or as a CT, you could try to stop them from coming. You got a clear line of vision. So you could just plant it here, but yeah, it's a very interesting position. I don't know how they could kind of fix that. Maybe don't make it so you have to jump from one window to another, but it is an interesting dynamic. As a CT, you'll be able to hold, it's so powerful to hold with an AUG or an OP, just this area. I feel like ops, as I said, similar to Dust 2, are going to be so important. You can just be peeking here. I feel like you might see dumpster jumps similar to Train, where people will try to jump and you'll have to catch them or whatever to bait the shot. They can come up there too as well, but this whole entire area, you can just be, this is pretty one and done. But this area could be pretty annoying if you're a T. You could be, if your team, if you're the CT, and which I feel like many will, just push this area a little bit. This CT can hold on here. This angle and mid just be pivoting too, so you could just start shooting, ringing out shots through the walls and start piercing people. The T's will get to mid much faster than you, and this has been tested. And the T's will be able to get to B pretty fast, all things considered. If they take this route right here, they'll be getting to be pretty fast. So you have to be just ready, and having aggro pushes here could be pretty detrimental to your team. So the A site, as I said, you come through here, you'll be directly on the A site if you're scared for some kind of push, and you could hold from right here, maybe smoke these areas off, and it'll be really annoying for just the choke points. So many areas that the T's can come from, you could also be holding under here, as I said, and let them get to site. If you want to be holding an op here, you can. So, and then this way, this is one of my favorite aspects of the map. This area right here, it's so interesting, very similar to Dust 2, where there's a big wide window and you could see all the way to T-spawn right there. So this area right here, very interesting. I really haven't seen too many maps that have something like this, where it's just a battle that can be had in mid, like Dust 2 or something. Just a battle where there's a window just overlooking this area. You could also jump out here, hold close. Not with an op, of course, but unless you're crazy. But yeah, you could like peek it and hold this close if you feel like T's can flank. Because if T's come from T spawn all the way over here, jump up on here, they could be on A right there for another double pronged attack, or boom, they're in CT spawn and they can flank the CTs. So overall, a lot of potential with that area, and overall, just I do really enjoy the map. Overall, it's can be very skirmy at times, as T's can get to the B site relatively fast, and you'll be seeing a lot of skirms, as I said, in this mid L kind of area. So, but overall, I must say that I do really enjoy this map. I think that it has a lot of potential, a lot of great sites to battle in, and a lot of interesting ideas. And overall, theming is very nice. So I hope they continue improving the map. I hope this makes it in the game. And yeah, if you have any map reviews or anything that you'd like for us to check out, I'd love to hear that below. Please comment. And I thank you guys, as always, for all the support. And thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys next week.